In today's video, I am going to be breaking down what makes a point guard look like an experienced guard who can help run your offense. So if you're a coach, definitely this is a video for you to be able to find those experienced guards, but also for those guards who are trying to look or at least be experienced. These are some tips that you can use. Really quickly, make sure to go check out the hardest shooting workout down in the description below. It's going to help you shoot the basketball further. So the first thing that I personally look at is how the guard is dribbling the ball. And this is a huge tip because if you've got a point guard and he's kind of dribbling the ball like this, kind of slapping the ball like, okay, yeah, okay, run horns. And he's walking like this is showing to me that he is not very experienced and he needs to learn some ball control. Because if you're going to be dribbling like this on the court, guess what? That defense is going to be playing tighter defense on you, and they're going to start pressuring you. And if you don't know how to dribble the ball under control, that ball is going to end up in your basket really quickly because they're going to steal it. So when you're trying to run the offense, dribble that ball hard. I know it's a little bit hard. This pavement isn't exactly perfectly level, but if you can put some power into that dribble and be able to protect the ball, being able to turn quick and being able to change directions quicker. Guess what? If you can dribble that ball hard, that is going to allow you to change directions faster because that ball is returning back to your hand faster. Also, it's a lot harder to steal if it's going faster. So at that point, you can run the offense, you can dribble hard. You don't have to be down low. You can be up high, but you need to be pounding that ball hard, horns, and then you can run the offense and go. Dribble that ball hard under control, and it's going to help you look like a more experienced guard. Whether you're a point guard or a shooting guard, there are going to be times in the game where you're not going to be handling the ball, you're going to be coming off screens. The one thing that I absolutely hate as a coach is if I've got a player coming off of a screen, he's kind of jogging, he gets the ball, he kind of sits up here like this and tries to figure out what to do. First off, if you're a guard or really any player, this doesn't have to be just for guards, but if you're coming off of a screen, sprint off that screen. You get that ball. You do a quick jab. You do something. You don't just stand there, because basically if this ball, especially at the youth level, if this ball is being held by you by more than 2 seconds and you haven't done anything, whether it's a shot, whether it's dribbling somewhere, whether it's passing, if that ball stays in the same spot, it's going to let that defense set up. And if that defense sets up, now you've got no lanes to attack, especially if the other team is running a zone. Because let's say the ball is at the point, the defense is going to be set. Now, when you pass that ball, let's say it passes from the point to the wing, and you make that pass, now this defense has to shift over here. Well, guess what? If that ball was then passed to the corner, the defense still has to shift over somewhere, right? And then if they pass back, you have to shift back. If they pass it quick enough, there's going to be holes in the defense, and it's going to allow your players, especially your better players, to be able to attack the basket. See, there's a lot of players who will want to go isolation against the defense, and if the other team's playing a zone defense and they actually know how to play it, guess what? They're going to be cutting off every drive. Because let's say you're out on the wing, and let's say you're an ISO player and you just drove down the middle with the defense already pre-set up. You're dribbling down the middle, and now that defender is going to be coming over, cutting off your drive, and if you don't kick that ball out to that wing, or maybe the point or wherever, you now will get that ball stolen because you've just been double teamed. You had somebody who just cut off your lane to the basket. So whether you're going to just basically hand them the ball or get the charge call on you, something is going to happen and you're going to lose the ball. You can't play isolation against a zone defense. You can technically in the low post if you're a low post player, but the rule still applies. You only get 2 dribbles max, because as soon as you take more than 2 dribbles, and sometimes even on the second dribble, you're going to have defenses collapse on you and you're going to get that ball stolen. Against a zone defense, you have to move the ball fast, you have to pass fast. You can't just come down, set up the offense, say horns, and then just wait there for everyone to run to the same spot and hopefully pass. you have to pass fast. You can't wait. If there's a guy going from the corner to the wing, you cannot wait for him to get to the wing and get set in the wing, because then he's going to be guarded. You have to pass it to him when he's one step away from there so that he still has that momentum to go get that ball, which is another tip for guards. You cannot be, as a guard, passing to somebody to where they were or where they are. You have to pass to them where they are going. So for example, if I am running from, let's say, the low block to the opposite elbow. If I get here and now I get that ball passed to me and I've already stopped, well, this guy's going to be able to come and intercept that pass. You have to pass that ball when he's on his way there, because his momentum is taking him towards that ball. And now if that man is trying to cut it off, he still has the ability to speed up, get that ball, turn off, and then attack the rim. So as a guard, we have to pass to the areas where the players are going to. Another example of this is, let's say you've got a player who's cutting from the corner towards the basket along the baseline, and you've got him cutting. If you pass to where he was, it's going way behind him, he has to reach back, there goes all of his momentum. If you pass him the ball and it goes straight to him right here, again, he catches it here, he needs to twist his body, his momentum is gone. You have to pass him the ball ahead of him so that he still has the momentum to get to that rim. You always want to lead players with the pass. This is also very useful, let's say, when you're trying to push the ball on a team. So let's say you get that defensive rebound, you turn. Now, let's say you want to bomb that ball down the court. Guess what? You can't just bomb the ball and hope that it hits the player or maybe where he was. No, you have to lead him. Try to throw it into the paint so that he can run to it. It's like football and being a quarterback. A quarterback doesn't just throw the ball to where that player was. He's telling that player where to go, to where the open spot is on the field. And the same thing goes when you're throwing like a touchdown pass in basketball, like when you're going like a full court pass. You got to tell that player where that ball or where the opening is. So even if he's cutting up the wing, you can pass it to that low block, because that's telling him I need to cut in, get that ball, lay up, dunk, whatever. You got to lead your players with the pass. I hope that this video has helped you become a more experienced guard. If it has, hit that like button, subscribe, make sure to go check out the hardest shooting workout down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time.